houses flipping people. I'm here today in Houston, Texas with one of our top real estate investors, Carlos. So
hey,
nice
Olivia.
to have you here.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. And do you mind stepping in my office?
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's go see this deal. Today we're going to go over 4 topics. Number 1, we're going to meet Carlos, one of our top real estate investors. Number 2, we're going to see this amazing deal. It is a 7-unit house project right here in Houston. Number 3, we're going to find out whether Carlos is making money or if he's losing money on this deal. And number 4, is Carlos able to quit his job? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for you to learn the ins and outs and how to become a real estate investor yourself. Carlos, thank you so much for being here. Can you share with us what were you doing before you became a real estate investor?
Yeah, sure. So before I became an investor in 2017, I was working for an oil and gas company as a petroleum engineer. So my background is in petroleum engineering. And I was working in San Antonio, in the San Antonio area, more of like a field engineer type role, for an oil and gas company.
Awesome. And what made you interested in real estate?
Well, what made me interested was just being able to get more freedom, right? And we had one of my friends, his family member was able to flip a house. I don't think he really knew exactly what he was doing. He just understood buy low, remodel, sell high. And his girlfriend at the time was a realtor. And so we would, sometimes we would just have conversations about life goals and like what to do, outside of the corporate world. And we thought about the idea of starting a house flipping company, all 3 of us together. And so we started doing some research, and through Facebook, I was able to get some information about the real estate event that we hold. Yeah. And
so how did you actually found our network?
I found them on Facebook. I was doing some research. I think an ad popped up on Facebook, and at the time I was doing research, so it was perfect. I told my friends, and we were like, all right, let's do this. Let's find out how to do it. Let's find out. Okay. Let's get some information and find out how to get started. But we were definitely already inclined to do that.
Okay. And do you remember when you came to the network or to the event, what was your aha moment?
Man, that's a good question. I don't think I've thought about that. I don't know if there was necessarily an aha moment. I think it was just really, really valuable information throughout. I did, when hearing other people's stories was definitely very, very inspirational. And I think it made it very real for me. I think the information was such that it made it to where I could visualize myself doing it. I was like, it's gonna be challenging. I understood. I had, I think, realistic expectations for what it was gonna take, but I think it just made it real for me. Okay. The entire event, I could visualize myself doing it.
Okay, that's fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. Next is our little quick commercial break, and then when we're back, we're going to see this amazing deal and find out whether Carlos is making money or if he's losing money on this deal.
Snap, flip, bank a check. Snap, flip, bank a check. Snap, flip, bank a check. Snap, flip, bank a check.
Revolutionary house flipping app calculates home value, liens, equity, and repairs needed based on a picture and internet records. Built-in skip tracer provides full report on owner. Proprietary scoreboard calculates up to 12 flipping offers and strategies. Now a rookie can flip like a pro.
Snap, flip, bank a check. Snap, flip, bank a check. Bank a check.
Now we are back, and Carlos, we actually made a drone video of your property, and I'd love for you to share with us a little bit about the neighborhood.
Yeah, sure. So this is Trinity Gardens, which is northeast Houston. It's traditionally a lower income area of Houston, but it is still in close proximity to downtown. You can see here the 3 back buildings in the back of the lot, and then you're starting to capture in the top of your frame or the left of your frame the the 3 units in the front. So if you look in the neighborhood, the streets that are more well known for this area are like Tidwell, Lockwood. It's also in very, very close proximity to 59. So it's on its way to like what you would say maybe like Humble, as you're coming in from downtown. So, for example, you have the Metro close by right there. In your frame, you're capturing Family Dollar store. The project is relatively close to an elementary school, and actually also close to a high school, and there's also a church nearby.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how close are we from downtown?
We're about 10 miles from downtown, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not what you would call an area that is appreciating a lot, but it is still in close proximity to downtown. It's that is downtown right there in your frame, so you can still see downtown from there.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing this information with us. It's a quite nice neighborhood, and we actually made a video of the house as well, and I know it's under renovation. So, but please share with us what are the construction that you're doing in this particular unit.
Yeah, on this unit. So all of the other units, they're pretty much mostly done. So this is our final house. There's actually a tenant that was currently living there, the only one that has stayed with us throughout the entire project. He was the only one there when we bought it, Mr. Willie. So you're coming in, it's a small house, right? These are all smaller houses, under 1,000 square feet. You're looking at the kitchen area. So we're replacing the cabinets for him. As you can see, the floor has been done. We did a new paint job. There's the bathroom. We're tiling the bathroom and doing grouting. That's one of our workers, Saul. So that's the living room space and dining room space. Here you're coming into one of the bedrooms. You have your closet, and then you're walking into another one. So they are connected. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom unit, and they are connected, the two bedrooms. So you can maybe have, and Mr. Willie's a retired man. He lives on his own, but maybe you could have a mother with 1 or 2 children that can live in this space. That's kind of the type of person that we're looking for. That's
awesome.
Yeah,
that's really good. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And now we're going to go over the numbers that everybody loves to know. How much did you pay for this property?
Yeah, so we bought it for $445,000.
And what is the renovation on the 7 units?
The renovation, we initially intended for it to be about $120,000. I think by the time it's all said and done, we did a couple additions to the budget, but we're going to be at just shy of $140,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your plan with this property?
So our plan is to do a long-term flip or just hold it, but really this is a cash flow type of play. So we're going to hold it for at least 1 year so that we don't get hit on capital gains taxes and whatnot. And for now, we're just holding and capitalizing on the rent income.
If you were going to sell this property after you finish all the renovation, what would be the sales price?
So sales price, we're looking right up, give or take $1 million. And we bought it for $445, $140 being the rehab. We're at like $585. So we're probably going to be capitalizing on about $415,000 worth of equity.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you mind sharing with us, how did you find this deal?
We actually, we get a lot of deals through our own marketing, but this one was actually through the MLS. We just found a good deal that people were not looking at. We saw the value. There was a heavy value add, no tenants. It was really beat up, and we just saw an opportunity to capitalize, but it was on the MLS.
So for people who are like, where do I find my deals? I would say everywhere, even on the MLS. Yeah. You just need to know what you're looking for.
Definitely. Understanding how to evaluate it, understanding how to underwrite the deal is the most important thing. Yeah.
How often do you buy property on the MLS?
Not often, but we do look. So, I mean, we've maybe bought a couple, literally a couple, and this just happened to be one of them.
Yeah, I haven't bought one on the MLS yet, just because it takes time to just go there and resource and scream on it. And so thanks for sharing that, but you can find these everywhere.
Definitely.
Next is our little quick commercial break, and then when we're back, we're going to find out whether Carlos was able to quit his job and how much has real estate transformed his life. Hey Noah, hurry up, babe. We're gonna be late. Take a picture, please.
Snap.
Go Noah! Go Noah! Good job. We're almost done.
Did you get the house?
Oh yes, we did.
Flip.
Congratulations! Thank you.
Bank
Wow.
a check. Snap. Flip. Bank a check.
Now a rookie
Snap,
can flip
bank
like a
check.
pro.
Bank a check.
Now we are back, and Carlos, please share with us how much has real estate transformed your life?
It has transformed it massively. I was working over 80 hours a week in doing field work, and I really was not fulfilled at all with my life. I didn't have control over my time. And so now one of the major things that it has allowed me to do is to have freedom of time. If I want to take a vacation, which I don't all the time, I do. I went to Europe this year, and I've been able to have those nice vacations. It has also allowed me to provide for my family. So on my mother's side of the family in Colombia, they're not super well off. And that's been one of my biggest goals, is to be able to retire my family, my aunts, my cousins, my grandmother, and be able to provide a steady income for them. And also, just giving me freedom of time. I have enough of an income to where I can make decisions. I'm buying more properties, growing more, and so that's in short one of the ways that it has transformed my life.
Okay, and how long have you been a real estate investor?
I started in late May of 2017, so we're looking at 5 years now, five and a half years. Yeah.
And so when you started off, you just heard from your friend that he did a flip, but he didn't know much about it.
Yeah, his friend's brother. Yeah.
And how many deals have you done since you became a real estate with us in the past 5 years?
Yeah, definitely over 100 deals. Last year we did 54 deals in total. So yeah, over 100.
Over 100. How does it feel to look at the number over 100 deals in 5 years?
It's crazy, and like you have to take a moment and step back and be able to really appreciate that, because when you're in it and you have big goals, it may seem like it's not enough, right? But yeah, no, it's huge, and I feel very grateful that I've been able to do that.
And if you don't mind, share with us, how much money have you made over those 100 deals?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it earlier. I would say about $1.5 million. Last year we were just shy of $500,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does it feel to look at like I'm a millionaire. I made this actually happen. How does that feel?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. It definitely hasn't been on my own. Like for example, in that project that we were talking about earlier, we have crews. We have partners that we've partnered on multiple deals. The network, the knowledge, the information. So it definitely hasn't been a one-man job by any means. That's actually one of the things that I like about real estate. It's that it's a networking, it's a people business. But it feels amazing. I feel very grateful and very happy for the people that have allowed me to do that, for sure.
Yeah, that you're not growing by yourself. You're growing with you adopt a new family.
100%.
And almost in every single project, and being able to help your family back in Colombia.
Yeah.
So how long have you been living in the U.S.?
I moved in 2002, October 2002. Yeah.
And how does it feel of you being Colombian immigrant and be an amazing investor and being able to give it back to your own country, to your own community, to your family back home? How does that feel?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing, and I haven't always been able to do that when I was working as an engineer. That there were definitely some limitations in terms of time, right? Being able to dedicate time to my family, but also the financial aspect. So it feels amazing. Like my family is very grateful, and I'm not providing or helping in the amount that I want to yet. I definitely want to grow that. but it feels pretty amazing to be able to do that for them, and I take up on that responsibility to help them out having this opportunity.
And so you don't have kids on your own yet?
No kids yet. No
Kids yet. Is that on the future plan?
Probably in the next 3 to 5 years, I think. Yeah, I want to get my businesses to a different place, but that is on the table. Yeah.
So you're doing all these many deals, and I
Mhm.
love the fact that you have these goals, that this is what I have to accomplish. And what do you expect, you coming from Colombia and starting from scratch and start a new career and changing that, and what do you want for your family that you're planning to have in the near future?
So for the near future, okay. Well, right now I'm in the process of helping my grandma buy a house in Colombia. So that's been I made her a promise years and years ago that I was going to be able to do that. And it's, in my opinion, for me, for my expectations, it's taking too long. But I think that by the end of this year, we'll be able to do that. Again, providing enough of an income to where my family doesn't have to worry about money, especially on my mom's side of my family. And so those are big. I remember that when I left, my uncle basically told me, like, don't forget about your family, don't forget about your country. And so yeah, it is important for me to be able to give back to my country specifically. So we were talking about it earlier, that this year, at the end of the year, I'm going to make a trip, and I'm going to visit my family like I usually do. And I want to be able to go to a school of about 50 to 100 people. It's not big, it's small, but to me it means a lot, and provide them with backpacks and school supplies. And just even if it's to me in a small way, that I think would mean a lot to me, to be able to say, look, I gave back in some way to my family and to my community, for sure.
Well, I'd love it to participate on that.
Okay.
So
end of the year.
let's adopt a school in Colombia,
Yeah.
and then next year we'll adopt one in Brazil.
That's amazing. I would love to do that, for sure.
Let's partner on that. I'm ready.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
we can talk offline on that. So yeah, why not? So
yeah, and I would love to go to Brazil. I've never been to Brazil.
And I haven't been in Colombia yet. So.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Perfect. So I can bring the kids back and forth. I already have my kids, so
yeah.
You're taking your time. Carlos, were you able to quit your job?
Yeah, so I don't know if I would recommend what I did to everybody, because I pretty much quit my job immediately, right? And it was definitely a struggle. The first year was a struggle. It was difficult. It was challenging. Financially, it was tight for me. So I would say it took me at least a year, if not a little bit more, for me to really get to a level where I was matching my previous salary. But yeah, so it was pretty immediate.
Well, at least you learned, and you knew what it takes, and you knew you had the power team in the back to kind of hold you account, that you need to go find those deals and close them, and you know, helping the other family as
and
well.
I think that because of the way I did it, it put my back against the wall, and it allowed me to really just go all out. And I think if I would have just waited, maybe it would have been much slower. So I was able to have quicker, faster success because I did it from day one, full time.
And you had another choice. You didn't have a plan B.
I didn't have a choice.
Going back.
No plan B. I burned my ships.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna do it, and this is the one.
Yeah.
But you are an engineer. You are an engineer.
I am still. Yeah, I don't practice as an engineer, but I am an engineer. Yeah.
That's a pretty amazing career by itself.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
Why was that not enough? Why you wanted to, how long were you actually in the field working as an engineer? Then you realized, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I need to have something else.
Well, so it took 3 years for me to make the move, but it was pretty immediate that I just was not satisfied. And the money was great, right? The money was good. I had enough money in my bank account. I was putting money toward my 401k, but I was not fulfilled. I was not happy. I did not feel happy doing that work. And I think that I think I realized that I'm not a good employee. I didn't like having 3 different bosses telling me what to do, and having a very strict schedule, and not having the time freedom that I wanted to be with my family. At the time, my mother was ill, and my time with her was very, very limited. So those things I was like, I need to be able to figure out a way. The money wasn't the huge thing. It's not like I've always had these plans of becoming super, super wealthy, but to me, it was really about the freedom of time the ability to control my time, my schedule, and be my own boss. That to me was the most important thing.
I think some people go their entire life wanted to do what you did. They are not happy,
Yeah.
and you're like, this is not how I want to live my daily life. And
Yeah.
you made that change in a very young age. For you to realize you're not being fulfilled.
Yeah.
You're not happy.
Yeah.
And you figured out that was not it, and you made that commitment to change, and that's a big bold move there.
It was, yeah.
And now here you are, being one of the top real estate in Texas, made over now $1 million, over 100 deals.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible that
Thank you.
you're making it become a reality.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And who would you like to thank for you being here today?
Who would I like to thank?
Yeah.
My gosh. Well, so I would not be even in America, but I would not be alive without my mother. My mother is hands down the number one most important person in my life. But also my entire family in Colombia. My immediate family, we're very, very close. We talk every day. We have WhatsApp groups, and they mean everything to me. Like, I think life is not nearly as flavorful, it's not as fulfilling without having a good family support. So definitely my family, my team in my company, our crews, my girlfriend, who we're looking to get married in the future. There's definitely some people in the network that I would like to thank. Definitely Phil and Shanoa. I consider Shanoa a mentor, and yeah, just an amazing person that I admire and look up to. I remember when I first started, Eric and Belkis in the network. They were coaches for me. Brent, we've done deals together with Brent, and I definitely admire. I love his story, and he was definitely very inspirational for me. Nancy, who got me to join the network. Yeah, just some of the people. But I mean, we've done a lot of deals with a lot of people in the network. So, like more than 20 people. So I would like to say thanks to them as well. I don't know if you wanted me to name them all off.
No, it's 3,000 plus. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Okay.
What are the things that when you came to the event, and then you learn the system, but what are the things that you learn with the network, with the training? What are the things that you remember that? I know it was 5 years ago.
From the network, from the training?
Yeah, from the training.
I mean, marketing, right? Marketing is the engine of your business, and I immediately took into action by going door knocking and doing cold calls. To this day, we still cold call. So without that knowledge, I would have not been able to get a deal. We get most of our deals, 90+% of our deals from that. I know that there's a lot of people that are outside of the network that don't really understand owner financing or subject to deals. And I immediately was able to do a subject to deal for myself, like within the first couple months. And for example, one of my first deals was a new construction project. I would have never even thought about that if I didn't have the network available to help me, right? So, yeah.
I think having the power team, for people who doesn't know, Phil and Shanoa, they are being boots on the ground, being a real estate investor, for 2 decades now.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
crazy.
are amazing mentor. They have mentored thousands and thousands of people that are, became millionaires and changed and transformed their lives and their family members and friends and family and neighborhood. So all because the network that they have built.
For sure.
So
Very
thanks
powerful
for
network.
sharing that with us. And what advice do you have for anyone that wants to change or add on real estate into their career?
I would say it's life-changing. I like the amount of exit strategies and opportunities of how you can capitalize on money in real estate. It's truly unbelievable. I think it's something like 80% of the world's millionaires come from real estate, and it's real, right? It's the real thing. So what advice would I give them is to just start, even if it's small actions to get them toward their goal. Just make a move, make a commitment, schedule something, put it on your calendar, and get started, and be able to put yourself around other people who are doing it, I think makes it very real, and it allows you to visualize yourself in that situation. So I would say get around the right people and start taking action.
And to emphasize the right people.
100% the right people. Yeah, definitely.
How do you know when it's the right people?
Well, I think you look at you look at their actions, you look at what they do, you look at the results that they're getting. And
Yes.
if you follow that and you see real results, somebody who really knows what they're doing, I think that's the way to do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think when we look up to Phil and Shanoa and some other people from our network that has grown, follow Phil and Shanoa footstep. Phil and Shanoa are multimillionaires. They have done over I don't even know how
It's like
many,
over 1,000 deals.
over 1,000 deals.
Yeah.
And you look at their success. They know how to make money, or when there is no market. Through COVID, we are still making money. When the market goes up or down, we know exactly what to do because
Yeah.
we have about 12 strategy that we work with, and it's just all the knowledge that they have. So don't just go there and tell because someone read you a book like, oh yeah, I got this. No, look a little bit beyond there, just the front end,
For sure.
the back end as well, because I don't want people to have this fantasy to anyone can be a mentor. Like, no, don't waste your time like that.
No,
because a
definitely.
lot
The
of
right
people
mentors.
want to be a mentor, but who do you want to really to follow as your mentor? I think
Yeah.
it will help you in a long way.
100%. I agree with that.
So
For sure.
so I do have another surprise for you outside, and do you mind follow me?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, that's cool.
So Carlos, it's an honor to have you here. You have been with a House Flipping People All-Star, and so congratulations, you have been featured
Thank
on
you.
Houses Flipping People.
Thank you so much. This is cool.
Yeah, so. Would you like to press a button on your phone and make money? Would you like to flip a house by simply taking a picture? I know what you're thinking. Sounds ridiculous, right? You can't flip a house without money, right? It takes money to make money, right? You need to be an expert to invest in real estate, right? Well, not long ago, you had to learn a language to speak Spanish. Now your phone can translate instantly for you. In fact, your phone can get you an Uber, play any song ever recorded, and allow you to search for any information ever created at the touch of a button. And you don't have to be an expert to do all of that either. You just need a phone. Well, now you can use your phone to flip a house and bank a check. You can do this by using a revolutionary product called the Snap Flip Bank. Snap a picture, flip a house, bank a check. Now, even a rookie can invest like a pro. In fact, several thousand investors have done exactly that. I even host a TV show called Houses Flipping People, where I interview ordinary people whose life have been transformed from becoming real estate investors with the help of the Snap Flip Bank. Would you like to join them? If you have even the smallest interest in real estate, come get this app and some free training. Go to the link below. You can't get this revolutionary technology anywhere other than our website. I'll see you at the bank, Snap Flip Bank. Click on the link below. Let's change your life. I will see you on the other side. Now we are going.
Snap, flip, bank a check. Snap, flip, bank a check. Snap, flip, bank a check. Snap, flip, bank a check.
Revolutionary house flipping app calculates home value, liens, equity, and repairs needed based on a picture and internet records. Built-in skip tracer provides full report on owner. Proprietary scoreboard calculates up to 12 flipping offers and strategies. Now a rookie can flip like a pro.